All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, I wanted to do another lesson today on basically the effects or the after effects of this net neutrality thing and what it really means. Because when you go into it, net neutrality is basically um, censoring the internet, censoring your first right amendment of free speech. Which one thing that they doing, you know, is definitely with these social medias. What they use the social medias for is to gather information about you. So you post on your Facebook, you post on your Instagram what you eating, when you get up to go to work, where you work at. You on your Snapchatting your ride to work, so they know your route that you take to work. Your likes, your dislikes. I like this, I like that. You basically giving them the blueprint on when you're vulnerable, um, what you're susceptible to. If they need you to if they want you to take the chip, what to tempt you with. You know, so that's what they use all these social medias for. And by them preparing to shut a lot of this social media down, as far as you know charging for it, which the bulk of people aren't going to pay, you know for YouTube, for Facebook, for Snapchat, for Instagram and Twitter. The bulk of the people aren't going to pay for this. You're not going to pay $1.99 for a Google search, which Google is another big thing. They can tell a lot by what you're Googling, because you have an interest in something, or you want to know something, so they get a good chance to see where your mind's at. And most people aren't going to pay for these services. So what that tells me is you pretty much got all the information you need on everybody. You got their mannerisms. You got, you know, uh, basically you got your list prepared, because you got a red list, a yellow list, and a blue list. You got people that's indoctrinable. You know that they'll take the chip, without hesitation. You got other people that you think you could probably change their mind, and then you got people like the men of the Lord that there's no change in their mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to kill them. You got to put them to death. So that's one of the main things I'm getting out of this net neutrality, is that they're ready to ride. They got all the information they need, which is going to segue me into the second thing I wanted to go into, which is a false flag. They got all the information that they need, so all they got to do is a false flag, some kind of a big event that's going to allow them to come in and take away the rest of your rights, and to implement martial law, to put you in a concentration camp, to kick off a famine or a war, a race war. That's because that's their main goal, and they got all the information that they need. All they got to do is some big event, and with the net neutrality being down, you won't have the people on the scene with their camera phones or eyewitnesses, or you won't be able to Google if there was a a dry run of that attack, like what's it called? Like a bomb threat training drill. A week and a half before the bomb went off in the same area. You won't be able to Google that information. So you just basically got to take the news that they word for it, that that's what happened. This is what it is, because we've been getting exposed and exposed and exposed and exposed and exposed. Every time they do a false flag attack, you see the men of the Lord and you see other whistleblowers, you know what I'm saying, putting a video saying, look, that's not what happened. They did this at that time. You look at these two videos and you sync them up. That doesn't match. When he pulled the trigger, he shot the bag. He didn't shoot the guy. That's not a consistent blood pattern. You're not gonna have people doing those videos. So you just going to have to take their word for it that's what really happened. Even though the men of the Lord through the Spirit, we're gonna be able to see through that shit. The masses of the people ain't. The sheep will not. I just want to get a couple of scriptures while I'm here. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. He know that he had a short time. He know that Yahweh Shai is coming to take him down. So he's got to set up his enterprise as quick as possible and come and get you as quick as possible. That's his end goal. That's his main goal, is to take out the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, set up his one world order and rule the world. Have one currency, one religion, But that's not gonna happen, man. You're gonna get upset by Yahweh Shai. So another precept I want to get real quick. This is Revelation chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and that ye have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Because with this net neutrality passing and them being able to basically set up anything that they want to, and the mass of the people believe it, they're going to demonize the men of the Lord. They're going to call us terrorists. They're going to, find some way to blame some kind of terror attack on us, or, basically, throw mud on our name. And the people going to believe them. Because they don't want us out there. They don't like us out there. They don't like to be condemned. They don't like to be told of the judgments that they got coming to them. That they a piece of shit. And that we a piece of shit too. But we realize that we a piece of shit and we're trying to clean our shit. You just wallowing in your shit. They don't like that. This is a only God can judge me society. This isn't, oh, I fucked up, I need to get right society. This is a microwave, I'm going to do wrong, and I know better, and I'm not going to do better society. Which is a goddamn shame. We're supposed to be the children of the Lord, but we're so fucking hard-headed and stiff-necked that we don't realize that, we fucking up and we're going to get fucking killed for it. But that's the prophecies, man. That's just how it is. But like I said, this net neutrality thing, the three biggest things that I've got from it is that they got all the information that they need on everybody to ride and to make this new world order thing happen. It's just all they got to do. They're setting up the chip through different avenues like Bitcoin and blockchain. Which blockchain, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? That's another video I do here in the near future, is on blockchain and how that's gonna become pretty big. But with that and the demonization of the men of the Lord, and the ability for them to do false flags more efficiently without much recourse, without much blowback or anti videos against it. So like, yeah, there's not going to be a steady stream of media against what's going against the mainstream media like it is now. You know, you have this truth media online through the Akim and, like I said, through other whistleblowers. So it's gonna make the path smoother and easier. You know, and with that being said, you know, I hope you brothers, you know, were edified. Hope you brothers were, you know, prepared. Matter of fact, is one more scripture I want to get. Give me one moment. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." So that's the spirit that we need to be in a sober, vigilant mindset. Because, like I said, they got all the information that they need. All they need to do now is just come down on the men of the Lord, which that's their plan. We know that according to what's it called? Operation Megiddo, and I think it's Agenda 21 or something like that. You know, you brothers know what I'm talking about. You brothers in the know, but all the laws are already in place. You know, they got everything that they already need. They already passed um the NDAA Act, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's a Christian or a believer, you automatically, you know, a terrorist. So everything that they need is already set up. You know, and their plan is going into action, which through the Spirit is actually Yahweh Shem Shai's plan going into action for them to fall on their own sword. And with that being said, I want to say, call halal Yahweh Shem Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.